We'll look at today how to analyze and visualize urban data rapidly with no code and output it all in a PDF. In this case, using open data on London's demographics. The ability for urban designers and architects to have urban data analyzed and produced on any data set with no code is a real game changer. It will help inform urban planners without the need for advanced technical knowledge and spending a lot of time on standard data analysis. This can all be done with ChatGPT 4 and the plugin Code Interpreter. This plugin allows us to upload data and to write and execute Python code to do analysis and even download the reports generated in seconds. Most architects have little or minimal knowledge on data science. However, they have a strong understanding of urban conditions and planning. This is like having a junior urban data scientist to do all the complex coding and processing guided by the architect. For this, you need a pro account. And first thing you need to do is enable the code interpreter. By opening the sidebar, click on the three dots, select Settings, go over to Beta Features and enable the code interpreter. Close this window and click a new chat. Be sure to select GPT-4 and in the drop-down select Code Interpreter. After that, you see a plus button in a chat bar. So if you click this plus button, you can upload files which the AI can read and interpret, which is amazing. And it works on a large amount of file types, such as CSV, shapefiles, Excel, and so on. In this example, I'll take some urban data about London and its building types to generate a report about its distribution. A good starting point is to ask ChatGPT for data sources. So I ask it to list me websites with open source urban data about London. It warns me that the trading was last cut off September 2021 and lists me some good sites to access. I'll take the first one, London Data Store. I'll go over to the website, to the data, look at the demographics, and you can already see a lot of recent data uploaded. This has been taken mostly from the 2021 census. Here you can also have a lot of fun seeing the vast data available, but I will just take this housing census data here for our example. This site is great because you can see all the file types. If you hit preview, you can see what is available in the file with its metadata and sheets. It's always a good idea to preview the data first, as you need to specifically ask ChatGPT to process only certain data and how to work with it. Remember, the code interpreter will always need guidance, so you must first understand what you want and what data you are using, although you don't need the technical knowledge about the Python libraries used. Here I can see in 2021, there's a list of local authorities along with the numbers of all the accommodation types, which is perfect for analysis. So we can simply hit download. Now the code interpreter can do all the work for me, and I just need to guide it. So I will start with the prompt. You are an urban data scientist. Analyze the accommodation types of the dataset and make charts and graphs across the London local authorities to illustrate the building distribution across the capital. As you can see, it can read all the sheets in the Excel file and even realize the mistake that I made, where I stated 2023 instead of 2021 for the data. So I can just tell it which sheet to use, and it lists the accommodation types and groups it by local authority. So we can also check if it is processing correctly. It identifies errors it comes across and tells you how it even corrected them. It has listed the top 10, since there are 32 boroughs of London, which is quite a lot. So for example, it is fine, but you can ask to analyze all of them if you like. It has given me a stack chart, a summary explaining key details. For example, purpose-built flats is the most common type of accommodation, and flats in converted or shared houses constitute another large percentage. You can ask to make changes to the charts, add colors or anything you like. For example, I can ask for pie charts for all the 10 authorities. What is also amazing about this is that at the end, you can save a downloadable PDF, so this can be added to whichever document you like. Also, bear in mind this is beta experimental stage, so sometimes downloads don't work and there are limits to the number of messages that can be sent every 3 hours at the time of this video. We can take this a step further, as the code interpreter can work with multiple files and overlay the data. From the Office of National Statistics website, I also downloaded a zipped shapefile, which holds geometric data of the whole of the UK. I know that the Excel file I downloaded before lists the same ward names that are in the shapefile, so they can be matched, and the ones outside of London can be removed. So this is a good example of understanding and previewing the data to be able to instruct the AI in processing them. In this case, I'm uploading the zipped shapefile, which has all the UK wards, and overlay them with the previous file with the accommodation data. So I'll match them and create analysis of the building distribution in just London. ChatGPT impressively goes through opening the shapefile and the Excel file to compare the wards. It recognizes that many of the wards are not included in the accommodation datasets and removes them, only to merge what is needed. Then within seconds we can get 7 maps of London matching the different accommodation types and color coding all the wards in great detail. You can click on any of these working tabs to see the code behind the process, and this can be copied and used in any Python environment we like. Customizing the charts also is very easy. You can simply ask for a key to be added to the charts, and it does so. I can also ask for more complex aggregations of data, for example, to combine all the wards into the 32 boroughs of London to make a more general map. So now we can see 7 maps on a borough-wide scale. Finally, I'll just ask to make some more general charts and summaries to explain what is happening. It goes through giving averages and general statistics, their bar plots with the top boroughs with the most type of accommodation. It also tries to make some pie charts to show the distribution of each type of accommodation in 3 boroughs. But you can see here it gets a bit squished, so you can simply ask to regenerate it again, and it works out. Of course, I can keep prompting ChatGPT to improve the illustrations, for example, making the numbering and colors clearer in the charts to make it more readable, but you get the idea. All this can be then saved out into a PDF to be downloaded. You can see all the charts are saved out in this file, and there's no need at all to go deep into Python coding or any GIS software. Although no code is needed to process this data, you can see that it is very useful still to have an understanding of the process that is happening, and also to have the basic knowledge of data science and how to create clear illustrations so that you can guide the AI. Having random facts and charts will not help you in your urban analysis, particularly if you need it for your urban design and to inform it. However, Code Interpreter is great at reducing the technical ability needed and the time required to process this data, and it does an amazing job as acting as an assistant data analysis to any urban planner.